And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the penultimate round of PSGL Season 35 here in PlayStation Formula 3. I am your host, Attacker Logan. Byron's not here again, but I am joined by the Golf King this week. Good evening, Golf King.
Hey Logan, how you going, mate? Looking forward to a great race at the lovely Silverstone.
Yes, Silverstone Circuit, the home of Formula 1 it is commonly called, because of course it was the host of the first race of the World Championship in May 1950. Won by one Giuseppe Nino Farina in an Alfa Romeo, who we'll be seeing the last of next season, season 36, as they'll be renamed to a certain company I cannot mention because of, let's just say, certain laws here in the UK, I think. Otherwise, this would be, I wouldn't be arrested, I'd probably just be, this would be an 18 plus rated game. But here we are at the British Grand Prix venue. Silverstone Circuit, 5.891 kilometres, was originally an RAF airbase in World War II, and there is home to some of the world's greatest motor racing action, including here at Silverstone, which I have, including here at Silverstone, I mean, including Formula One itself. I have been to this track myself, have you? Oh, wait, no, you wouldn't have.
No, not quite. I very, very close to when I was in London, but now obviously in NZ, no, I haven't been. Great track
Yeah.
though, very, very exciting track. Plenty of overtakes, and obviously some major, major corners like Stowe, Maggots and Beckett's, and obviously a lot more that I can't name at the moment. But yeah, it's a great, great track, and there's going to be some very, very interesting racing.
We have the two Alpha Tauris who are up front. We've got only 14 tonight. I know they're dropping out. We're trying to bribe them somehow to get them racing. Apparently, a Saudi Arabian backer has contacted us. Oh, wait, sorry, no, that's Live Golf, isn't it? Damn it! Really thought it was us that was getting the Saudi money this year, but we're not quite that popular. We just like to keep ourselves grounded here at PSGL. Just focus on the action at hand. We've got Devon coming around the final corners. Should mention this is the penultimate round, so title implications aplenty. Marius here tonight is 21 points ahead. If he loses only 4 points to Hazara, he will win the championship. Hazara is here tonight. He needs to put out the qualifying and race performance of his life if he wants to keep this championship afloat. Devon is on his first lap. Meanwhile, also we got M. Sapala, who can still win the championship. Justin, a long shot, but can still win the championship. They're here tonight as well. Noticeably, last week's race winner, Ren Thomason, is not. He's doing tests. I mean, surely you can find time away from studying and study a new course of interest like Formula One. You could be working there one day. I mean, you never know. Look, Joseph Loke is in Formula 2. He could, Formula 3, sorry. He could be in Formula 1 one day.
Yep. No, no, there's always that opportunity. But obviously, real life obviously does always come first. Obviously, the guys are quite young and obviously want to get exams and obviously their education sorted first. But yeah, a shame to not have a full grid, but still some extreme talent on the grid. So it'll be very, very interesting. And yeah, like you say, Marios obviously not here tonight. Oh yes, he is. Sorry, he is here
He
tonight.
is.
Obviously, has a chance to win the championship as well. So it's still opportunities out there for Muspala as well. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And I think the pressure will be on Marius tonight, Logan.
Indeed it will, as Miss Slash makes his first time of the session. Larper coming round setting a faster time by about 1.5 tenths, give or take a few thousandths. We've got an Alfa Romeo, it looks like. That is Marius himself making his first benchmark lap, and it's 1:24.987 going into the 1:24s now. As meanwhile, the other cars coming around include the Red Bull Spicer going to 1:25.291. His teammate is coming around Chapel as there is a yellow flag. I presume for cars slowing down. Yes, cars slowing down. It usually happens. It won't interfere with drivers' lap still, so no penalty there should be for yellow flags, considering, you know, how fair the game can be sometimes. But Justin is coming around the final corner now. Can still win this championship in all technicals, and he sets the fastest time by over a tenth.
Yep, 24.868, 24.987, 25. Are we going to be getting the mid-24s? That's going to be very, very interesting. Obviously, lovely conditions out there at the moment. Dry track, temperature will be rising up on the track while these guys get past and do their flyers at the moment. Obviously, still Devon, Facilo, Raphael, and IRT Sihilu still do laps, but temperature will be rising on this track, Logan.
Absolutely. I'm sorry I was going a bit ooey there. Hazara has set a 17 thousandths time faster time by 17th temps over his rival Marios. Very important he gets up there.
Yeah, down in P4 at the moment. Obviously, still quite close there though. A tenth between most of those three at the top. So Marius will probably still want to push again and have another go. But yeah, pretty impressive time there by NLR Justin.
Indeed, 46 thousandths ahead of M. Sipala. Of got the top four remaining championship contenders, all in the top four. They cannot be separated.
No, they cannot. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what the other two can do at the bottom there in Devon and Facilo. As Facilo goes P11 at the moment, so 125, so a little bit off the pace currently. But yeah, those top four will be ones to watch out for the time being to see how they go with their times. But going to be interesting, and like I said, track temperature going to heat up, so it's going to give the opportunity to couple more temps in that time. And are we looking at maybe a 24.5? Is it going to get there, or do you think it's too far off?
Oh, we definitely see 24.5 definitely possible here on this track with these cars, as we see the first car making their way out. I do believe it's Larpa, who set the initial lap, well, the second initial lap, making his way out. We should mention we got, of course, we are backed by GT Omega, of course, our title sponsor, a leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals from gaming chairs to sim racing sim racing puppets. I've lost it. Sim racing cockpits, and no, that's not an innuendo. You can use PSGL at the GT Omega checkout for 5% off on any of their products at www.gtomega.co.uk. But that's not all. We have a brand new sponsor from Sim Racing Centre, the lead provider for all things F123. And with them, you can get a fantastic setup, expert engineering, or strategy advice from, or even one-on-one coaching you can get with their fantastic range of coaches. By booking a section, and you can get a direct advice. You can get them all from experts off this game, including two-time champion Brendan Lee. I am not kidding. Brendan Lee is one of the coaches here at Sim Racing Centre. So if you want anything relating to setups, strategy, or one-on-ones, you can go to Sim Racing Centre and you can get 10% off your purchase with the code PSGL. Sim Racing Centre, simracing-centre.com/PSGL. That was a mouthful.
Exciting time. Yeah, a bit of a mouthful for you there, Logan. Bit of a mouthful there.
I'm on the edge, I know. I've not got a PC yet. They're going to kill me.
I'll take the pressure off you. I'll take the pressure off you.
Cheers. Say something controversial.
Marios now coming down on to his lap to see if he can improve. This is going to be interesting. This is the guy that is leading the championship, and does he have the pressure on tonight at Silverstone with Hazara, Mispala and Justin all in front of him at the moment? So now he's coming on to his flyer, getting on a good exit there, and here we go, getting on with the ERS, going to drop down to the 50, getting as much acceleration as he can in that first sector dropping down onto the 50 again, riding the curb there. Let's see if he's going to be up or down on his time. Going a bit wide there on the exit. It might have lost him a little bit of time, but let's see how quick this guy really is at Silverstone. Now pedal to the metal, coming up with the DRS, burning that ERS in the sector 1, actually down on his time, so he's not improved at the moment. He's now coming in to sector 2. Remember, he's done a 24.987. It's only a tenth between him, Hazara, Mispala, and Justin, and Mispala is on a lap as well. But Marios now coming into sector 2, a little bit of traffic coming on. Gonna get a nice little slipstream going into Maggots and Beckett's. Let's see how he takes it. He has one more DRS section to go with the pace that this guy has got. Can he improve? Can he not? Yes, he has a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough at the moment, Logan. Only 0.019 in front, low on fuel, 6 minutes to go. He's probably going to have another shot. And here we go, coming into the final couple of corners on his lap, going a little bit wide there. Does he get a good exit coming out? 24.
Yes,
does do 24.9. But I still don't think it's going to be enough, Logan. I think Justin is going to beat that.
But it's not Justin he's worried about, it's Hazara. Hazara, he has exceeded his time, and now Hazara has to improve by at least 600ths if he wants to get ahead of his title foe in this crucial penultimate race. If he doesn't gain at least 5 points in this race, it's over. Marios is the champion. Oh, and you also got to consider Justin as well. Justin can also get up there. Imsapala clears the 124.8 barrier, goes 124.795. And Hazara's coming in. Hazara is coming in. He is not happy with his lap. He is coming in. A very big moment in this qualifying session and indeed in this championship.
Yeah, 100%. And TRT Angelo there with a 24.8. He is on a flyer as well. And at the moment, Hazara and Marios down in P4 and P5. These guys are putting some times out at the moment. You've got NLR Justin, who isn't validated, unfortunately. So he'll go again. He'll have to pit because he's low on fuel at the moment. But Angelo looks like he is going to redo his lap. He's just slowed right down there. And Mispala, that is a very, very impressive lap there. 24.7. He is nearly 2 tenths quicker than Marios and Hazara at the moment. So still time for Hazara and Marios to get one more out there, but that's going to be the final one, Logan. They are really going to have to push. And this otherwise is going to be a very uphill battle between Justin and Angelo in their way.
Yes, indeed. We have Kahilu on his lap. He goes into the top 10. 125.146. The time to beat still is a 124.795 from Imsapala, who has done some fantastic qualifying performances over the season. If I just check my notes once again, he has... he has won here in round 6. I'm not sure if he's taken a pole, actually. No, he hasn't, actually. No italics, no, or any underlines, but he has done very well in qualifying in the recent weeks, so he actually has a 4 podium streak. So that's quite impressive.
Very impressive. Can he make it number 5?
That'd be incredible. He's competed in every race this year. In fact, all the top 3, have competed in every race. So has Kihilu, with varying results. In fact, he's finished in every race he has finished in the points, has Kihilu. So that's props got to be given there. He's only failed to finish once at Las Vegas, which was a absolute mess, in all honesty. It ended with Hazara and Imsapala, I think, crashing at the line, and that was for the win, even though they didn't cross the line first. Renz crossed the line first, but he lost due to cutting the pit lane, so he got 5 seconds added on. So only Fazio in the McLaren, which recently just unveiled their livery, not the car, the livery. There's no blue on it anymore. It kind of reminds me of the old Arrows livery when they were orange until they folded, sadly. It is quite a cool new livery, I'd have to say, but I cannot wait for what the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls car is going to look like. Sorry, it has to
I
be
think
said.
I think a lot of people knew that the McLaren was going to be black and orange, didn't they? Because they already tested that colour
Well,
out
yeah.
in Formula One as well. So I think, yeah, the rest. It's nice to see. Don't get me wrong. It is looking rather like, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but I'm looking forward to the rest of the launches, and especially obviously Alfa Romeo known as Steak. Now they're going to be very, very
You can't
interesting to
say
see.
it. I said you can't say it. We were just talking about what he had for dinner. He got that confused with the other thing. Yeah, they are changing their name to. Well, to be fair, they are also sponsored by Cake, but we're not on Cake. We're on YouTube. But that's okay. Brendan Lee is with Cake, of course, and he probably will be for the future. And they're going to be one of the main sponsors of the Sauber team now that Alfa Romeo has pulled out. But it is going to be weird. They're going to be named after, and they're not going to be named their actual new name in every race either because of the laws in, say, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and France. But they're not in France this year, are they? Formula One. But they'll be allowed to do it in places like Las Vegas, Canada, Britain, of course, where the
Strange,
industry for that.
strange,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is. I think it's the first time
It's strange.
a sponsor may be sent, an actual team name may be censored. I mean, they censored that tobacco company for Ferrari for many years.
Marlborough, yeah.
I mean, we could mention them now. They're not in the sport. Don't smoke,
It's
kids.
it is weird. It's weird. It's unusual rules that has them. But no, I'm just honestly all the F1 cars. I'm looking forward to seeing the relaunch as well. Like, are Ferrari going to change it? Are they just still going to go red and black, or are they going to go red and white?
All
And obviously
right.
the Mercedes car. What's the Mercedes going to do? That's going to be an interesting one as
All
well.
right.
Are they going to go back
Here's
to the silver?
Here's the Visa Casap Racing Bulls Alpha Tauri car of ML Slash coming around the Aintree corner this would be and down the Wellington Straight, which used to be part, well, is still part of the National Straight. And he is two thousandths even faster than he was last time, so that's a great bonus. But we should be most concerned about Marios and Hazara just making their start on their laps. This is the most important lap of the season for both of these gentlemen. Hazara has to be faster. Has to be faster to get an edge over Marios to try and get some points away and chip off at that lead. He needs to do it here or it's over. If he can't, Marios will win the championship. Justin needs to get his skates on, and so does Insapala, who's still at the top, but is slower than last time. Not a good sign. Fazio, where's that come from? He's second, 8-3-2. Angelo's done a spin at the Luffield, and that's the end of his session. Justin is coming around the final corner. He's slower than last time. Slower than a thousandth of a second. He will not improve. Hazara coming around the
Keep an
final
eye on
corner.
Marius. Keep an eye on
And he's
Marius.
the
He's
fastest
extremely
time.
quick.
He has the
And look at
fastest
Marius.
time. Marius is on a flyer. This is going to be out of the water. What is it going to be? It's 7:01. That will take some beating. Stapala's not going to get there. He's too slow in the first 2 seconds. Where has that come from? He was slower in the first 2 sectors and he still got in the 1:24.677. That is a crucial moment in this session, and my goodness, Angelo just went over the top. He was out of this anyway. Kihilo coming in the final corner. He's going to get into the top 10, it looks like. Raphael is going to jump into the 7th, and Kihilo is going to finish the session in 13th. A bad final set for him, but where did that from Imsapala come from? But most crucially, Marios is ahead of Hazara.
Yeah, no, it did look like there was some extra speed in that car, obviously, on that final, and obviously they were probably saving it all up. But yeah, that is a very, very interesting start there. Mispala P1, obviously Marius, and P2 and Hazara, and P3 as well. So this is going to be very interesting now on strategies, because we do know that Silverstone is known for strategy in regards to how you're going to pit, because it is such a long pit stop. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen here. But yeah, a very, very good lap there by Maspada as well. 1:24.677. I have no idea where he's pulled that out, but he has pulled that out of the bag. Logan.
Pulled out of the bag is probably an understatement. That Emsapala lap. I thought he was slower in the first two sectors. It doesn't seem like he was. That was a blinder of a lap. That was a lap from God. Lap of the gods, as they would say about Senna. Doesn't look like we're getting a restart, though.
Yep, going to be very interesting going into. We're just waiting, obviously, for Silo now coming into the pits. And obviously, Logan did say, are we going to have a restart? We'll have to wait and see if we are going to have a restart.
I don't think we will. It took very long for Fazio to retire, to be honest. He could have crossed the line. So is Emsapala on pole with a 0.024 second faster lap than Marios, who is more importantly ahead of his title rival by under a tenth. Then Fazio in fourth, with Ambulor reserving fifth. Justin on the third row with him, Raphael and Larper on the fourth row, Yasser Saki and Spicer on the fifth. The sixth row belongs to Devon and Costa. Kahila and Slash are on the seventh and final row. By the way, Costa and Kahila got the exact same time. But Costa set his lap first, so he does get the position. And no penalties, so we're going straight into the race.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting between these front three. This is where the action is going to be. Obviously, there is going to be more action throughout the rest of the race, and obviously beautiful sunshine in Silverstone as well. So, yeah, going to be interesting to see strategies as well. Do they go for a long strategy? Do they go for a quick strategy? It's going to be very interesting, and yeah, that could change the whole dynamics of this race, and also the pit stop, Logan. That's going to be very interesting to see.
Indeed it is. So here we go. We're just waiting for the drivers to ready up their strategies and setups before we can begin. You may notice the pit lane is quite weird. I do believe they adjust it for this track. They usually have the big teams in the middle and not at the front like they usually do. It's usually in Constructors' Championship order from previous year, but not at Silverstone. I think that was on consensus of the teams, though, so they probably did it with prior approval, and thus it is like that. Here we go. We have 5 lights ahead of the drivers. And for the penultimate time in season 35, we are underway, and it is Emsapala and Marios heading into the first corner together. And they're side by side, and Marios has been a challenge for the lead. This is very important. Into the third corner we go. And Emsapala trying to cover it. He does not want to lose this championship tonight. Azara is also there as well. The top 3 on the championship. The top 3 in the race. As they head down towards the next corner, that is in Brooklands, and Marios is trying to get on the inside again, and this time Sapala has to back out, but is he giving up? No, yes, I think he has to now. Marios crucially in the lead and in position to win the title, but there's 26 laps to go.
Yeah, he's got some serious pace in that car. As you could see, he was getting a better exit every time on Maspada. And Maspada's got to be careful because he's going to come under pressure from Hazara with the slipstream coming through Maggots and Beckett's. But you can see that a little bit of a snap there from Maspada, so he doesn't seem confident. But no, there's Marios, because Marios has gone very wide, and that means that Maspada is going to get a very good slipstream coming down the lovely main straight, coming towards Stowe. Here we go, and very great action already going on between the front
Hazara!
two, but Facino's got in front of Zazara there, Logan.
Yes, I was about to say Hazara is falling down a position. He's now down into third. This is massively crucial for the championship now, as Hazara is going to be out of this championship. I think Sapala needs to get in front of Marios, and he has to make sure someone gets in front of Marios too. One win is not going to be enough for Sapala. If he wins this race, Marios finishes second and Marios still wins the title. Marios in the lead by 3/10, but Sapala is catching him fast. And he was, in fact, I think he looks much faster on the straight. He's not using the energy, so he has to be quicker on each straight. And that's a massive advantage for a track like Silverstone, which is very fast flowing. Very few slow corners, and Club and Brooklands and Luffield probably being your only slow corners. Oh, and of course the arena section. But here we come through Copse once again. Copse had a lot of time to be won or lost, and it pretty much is winning it for Sapala. He's now 1.5 temps going into Maggots and Beckett's, introduced in 1991. No DRS yet, that's next lap. Sapala now closing down. He might not even need the DRS at this rate. He's keeping within range of Marios, a dangerous position indeed, but very comfortable according to Sapala. Meanwhile, Angela's right on the back of Hazara. It's getting bad to worse for Hazara already as they make their way around and start lap 3. DRS will now be enabled.
Yeah, no, it's Devin's gone. Devin has retired. Marcus Costa with 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane, but just going on board with Marios. Marios does the fastest lap with a 1:29.231. Mispala does seem to have the speed at the moment, but it's going to be interesting to see what Fazilo can do because he is on that medium strategy. Does that look like the quicker strategy at the moment? And here comes the DRS, and here comes Mispala, and he is right on the back. Will he just wait for his moment? Yes, he's still going to wait. He is a lot quicker than Marios at the moment, but Marios is really trying to hold on. Look at this. He's really pushing him round the corner, and I reckon we're going to get a move done very, very shortly. He may wait for the DRS and try and break the toe there, but Marios is burning that ERS. He's now down to 75%, and Mispala is still at nearly just under 100. So Marios is definitely worrying now, coming through Maggots and Beckett's. As you can see, Mispala getting a better exit every time, and here we go, coming up with the DRS, and this should be an easy move for Mispala. Here we go, coming down towards Stowe. Does he get the move done? Does he? No, he's going to stick behind him for the time being. Still doesn't want to stay behind him for long because he will lose out, because Vasilo is just behind, waiting for a mistake to happen, Logan.
So they come around starting lap 4 now. It is looking like the top, in fact, all the top 12 are within range now. Sapala getting dangerously much closer to that Alfa Romeo Sauber, as Fazio also coming in behind as well. He's just sticking there, waiting for an opening, perhaps, if there is any leftovers from the battle between Marios and Sapala. As it begins, down the Wellington Straight we go, and now Sapala can taste the lead, and he can see it in sight. He wants it back, but he ain't going to get it. He isn't even going to challenge it seems. He just wanted to tease Marios, it seems. Of course, Marios doesn't want to lose this lead, but if he gets past him, then he's probably just going to stay there at this rate, because there is a championship still to win. It looks bleak, yes, but never count yourself out. Remember, Kimi Räikkönen was 17 points down with 2 races to go when he used the old 10 points for a win format, and he still won the championship to Lewis Hamilton. And nobody was expecting that, let's be honest. We're all like, oh, Lewis Hamilton's going to win this. And we all said that for Luke Littler. Anyway, here we go. Sapala is going to make his way into the lead, and he needs to take the lead now, and he's got it. Into the lead he goes, and he's got a full docket of energy to boot. And Fazio is coming right behind him, and he knows that Marios has a championship to win, and Sapala has too. So he might want to play spoiler as well, because he also has to remember that championship implications, when they're messed around with, makes a lot more drama. So it would be quite the interesting situation if Fazio were to interfere. And it looks like he could get the chance to next corner as Simsapala looks all sorts out of the entry there. But here we go, down towards Brooklands we go. And that's another battle happening. We've got Angelo and Justin going side by side into the corner. And it looked like Angelo's going to try and attack on the outside. But he won't get it in time, and Hazara has made a mistake. Hazara has made a mistake at Luffield, and now Justin is coming behind Hot. And he's going to try and challenge a move that in Cots while he was teasing it there, but he's not going to get it. So Hazara's going to hold on to the position for now. He got quite lucky there, but he's lost about a couple attempts to Fazio, who he needs to get close to if he wants any chance of staying in his championship race. There's one round to go after this, so everything is on the table as Hazara is now going to feel the heat from Justin. Will he get there? It doesn't look like he is. They're all bunching up together. It does look tempting. It does look like they're peeling off moves, but it doesn't look like they're going to get past at all.
No, it doesn't. It is a bit of a DRS train there from P1 all the way down to P5 as well. And the problem is Maspala going to be able to pull away? He's pulled a 5.5 temp gap. He's burning on a little bit of that ERS, around about 87%. And Marius does have 71%, but he does bring it in very, very quickly. Vasilo as well is just behind there of basically nearly just under 2 tenths. So he's going to start putting pressure on Marius until those hards start wearing in.
Oh dear.
They are obviously on the better strategy at the moment. But yeah, Justin and Hazara and Angelo just all in a little bit of sandwich at the moment. DRS just can't seem to get past. Going to have to wait for mistakes within that top 4 to see what happens, as Hazara is just following very, very closely there from Fazilo, and he'll probably just wait for those mediums to die off. But the question will be, will Facillo pit before that happens? Because this is going to be a pit stop strategy. How it's going to, whoever's going to win this race, that is going to be the strategy. Whoever's going to pit first, because at the moment everyone is extremely close together. There is 20 laps remaining, but Facillo he's gaining on Marius in certain areas of the track. Marius now is going to get a very good slipstream. It looks like he could get the move done on the Spider coming into Stowe. And he does. He gets in front, so he's taken the lead again. But what happens now is Facillo going to make a move, going to try and do it. No, he doesn't. But they are extremely close. I think it's all about errors here and using the DRS, Logan.
Yes, indeed. You should notice that Frazio has the medium tyres. Angelo has the medium tyres. Marcus also has the medium tyres. By the way, Justin now has the fastest lap. It's a 1:29.16. An extra point if you can get that fastest lap. Won't mean much for Justin in championship race. Just another point, because he'll probably need that point, actually. Yeah, he will need that point. Do apologise. He needs a win and a fastest lap, and everyone to get goose eggs in both races, and that looks extremely unlikely. I don't think he's that raring for the title, in all honesty, but you know, it would be a good addition to his resume if he were to get a victory in these final 2 rounds. Of course, Justin hasn't been able to win yet, but he has had 3 consecutive podiums. But he lost that streak.
On the right.
Oh,
He's
no!
Go for Maggots and Beckett's. Maspala made a big mistake there, going very wide, and Facillo has got him. He's grabbed into the P2, and now he's going to come under extreme pressure from him to Marios, and he may even get the lead here. This is a great drive by Facillo, and he's going to take the lead. But look at Maspala, he's going to go on the right-hand side. There's 3 going wide. Maspala's on the right, and he gets it. Oh, look how close they are to the back. Oh, that was so close. He's just tucking in there. And Facillo going to go around the outside. Gina going for the switchback, doesn't get the job done. And he's gone into P2. And Marios has lost 2 positions there on 1 corner, Logan.
How did Sapala do that? Answers on a postcard. That was insane. He looks like he was from nowhere. Instead, he's taking the lead from Fazio, and Marios has had, and there's a massive bottleneck behind him. I don't know what's going on. I've completely lost it here. By the way, Golf King, there are kind of weird sounds coming from your mic. I should just mention, I haven't had the chance to mention that, as Spicer takes 9th place. Oh no, he's trying to get it from Yasosaki. He's pushed him off the road, and Yasosaki isn't really going to look like that. And he's like, oh, he's given a tank on the inside, and now Kahula's licking his lips here. He wants to get into the points. This is for ninth position, and now he's into the battle. Meanwhile, further up, they're closing in again. Are we going to have another three-wide battle? Let's find out. Hazara is a little far away from it because he missed all the action last time. Coming out off Chapel now. Here we go once again. It is all Msapala, but here comes Razir on the medium tires and onto the lead. He goes once again. Now, Marius doesn't have any reply to that, neither does Msapala. It is all Fazio now on the medium tires. The pace advantage has helped him very greatly in this early stage of the race, but of course, 18 laps to go now. Coming around to start lap number 9.
Yeah, and Mispala as well does have more of the ERS. As you can see, Fasilo has burnt quite a lot, 62% against Mispala's 84, and Mispala is right behind him again. So this is going to be the question. He doesn't look like he's going to take the lead for long because Mispala is right on his tail, and he looks like he's going to get the job done. 4.5 tenths there. Marios just sitting in the wings at the moment, but here comes Mispala. Does he get the move done? No, he doesn't. I think he's just going to stick behind him at the moment, but you can see there he is maintaining that ERS a lot better than Fasilo, and Fasilo, could those tyres start to be going off? As you can see the pace that Mispala has got, but Fasilo has done a phenomenal job taking the lead at the moment as it stands, but there is a lot going on behind. Very, very close between everyone. If one mistake and you lose the position very, very quickly. Now coming into Maggots and Beckett's 94% ERS against Fasilo 68. So watch the power of this Williams burn down the straight. Does he go for the move? Does he wait? Does he wait another lap? He's going for it. No, he's just going to stay with him and torment him for the time being. Coming up to lap 10 very shortly. I reckon in the next few laps we are going to start to see some pit stops. Logan.
But this is bringing Marios and Azara back into the game, I feel. They're starting to look much closer now, and that's Larper all out of shape coming out of clubbed, excuse me. Larper just having a massive snap, and that's cost him some time. Luckily, he has retained his position as we have a battle for fifth developing between Justin and Angelo, and he nearly touches the rear, does Angelo of Justin's car, as they're all scrambling for position. Looks like every position is up for grabs here tonight. No holds barred at Silverstone Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. It's Royal Rumble next week, but tell you what, we're bringing all the action right now. Msapala right up against Fazio once again. No games being played at Luffield for now, as you'd expect to be played, like it was in PCF1. That was an absolutely insane race, and is almost mirroring this tonight, as once again, Msapala closes up on Fazio. They just cannot be separated tonight. McLaren versus Williams, the two British teams, two of the British teams in this contest at a British track, giving it their all as Kahira gets a penalty. Here we go once again. It's going to be Msapala who gets the move on Fazio into the corner. No reply from Fazio, and Msapala back into the lead and creates a buffer between him and Marios. It is starting to look very bad for Marios because at this rate, actually, no, he would still win the championship. He will be winning it by 20 points. So, at this rate, Msapala needs a miracle. He needs to drop what looks like, if I'm doing my math correctly, 5th or 6th. And then he needs a wipeout in Bahrain. He needs to win in the fastest lap, and Marios does not score. It does look bleak and ominous, but here we go. This is important. Hazara and Marios coming through the corners, but no, he can't seem to get through. Can Hazara? This is crucial for his championship battle. He's on around the outside, as he says. Go, continue.
He's going on the outside, as you can see, 73%. He's going to try and get a good slipstream coming in to Maggots and Beckett's very, very shortly. But the question is, if Fasilo and Mispalo keep battling, Hazara is ready to pounce, and so is Marios. As you can see, Marios is gaining on Fasilo. Hazara is gaining on Marios. It's one mistake here in one of these corners. You can see Hazara doesn't get the better exit there. Marios does, and he does pull away 3.5 tenths, and that's all the gap can be at the moment. As you can see, he's burning as much as he can to get back onto the back of Fasilo, but it's going to be pit stop strategies in a minute. They are going to start to turn up, and they are going to start to make their pit stops of 10 laps on those hards. You can see Marios right on the back of Fasilo, but it just seems to be, Hazara having a little bit of a snap there coming out of the last sector 3, but at the moment it stays as it is. But Angelo is getting very, very close to Justin now, and the Aston Martins, could they work together and try and get him past? Oh, he's really going for the move. He goes for it. He's going on the side, and Angelo is really pushing. Is he going to try again? No, he just loses out. Just doesn't have enough speed in that Aston Martin. So does Raphael come back in now and try and help Angelo, and they try and attack Justin? As you can see, Angelo getting very, very close to Justin again. There is fine margins at the moment between P7 all the way up to P1, Logan.
Yes, indeed. Angelo really gave it a shot at Justin, and that would have been a phenomenal move had he pulled it off. But unfortunately, he was not able to, and thus he has to stay behind, and Raphael actually suffers as a result. He's not only hurting himself, he's hurting his teammates as well by not getting past the opponents. And they are definitely playing the team game, it seems, but if it hurts one, it will hurt everyone, it seems. Kind of like the Three Musketeers, as we would say. Sapala and Fazil's battle is starting to lull away. Not much action being having yet, as seems to be quite dormant. But Marios and Hazara still hanging in there. Justin, Angelo, and Raphael, of course, being innocent bystanders. Well, not really innocent, but if you know what I mean. And Larpa is starting to go on the attack. He's within a tenth of Raphael, is he, going into the second corner, that is Farm. And then through what I believe is Aintree. Or, sorry, Loop, and then it's Aintree. I do get my corners mixed up. Apologies if I have made any incorrect pronunciations of corners. I know for the fact that this is Brooklands, followed by Luffield and then Woodcote, which is where the original Grand Prix started. Actually, no, that was Abbey it started at. Not the where it is now, but just where it used to be, but now it no longer exists. Where the bridge used to be, basically. So we come through once again. It is, I should get my camera mentioned onto here. It is Msepala still in the lead, this time by 6 tenths. The gaps are starting to expand. By the looks of it, now is Fazio going to make that 1.5 tenths. Tempted to remove, but he decided to back out in the end.
Yeah, as you can see, you can see Vespano does pull away a little bit there.
Oh!
And Marios has just got a 5-second speeding in the pit lane.
And that might be fatal. That might be fatal for his chances of maintaining that massive lead. Now, Msapala, Hazara, and Justin all have stars in their eyes.
Yeah, definitely he would have stars in their eyes after that. And I was just going on with Mispala, just trying to get away from Fazilo. He does manage to get away, but Fazilo just brings in the DRS and gets back. Hazara now is 9.5 tenths behind Fazilo, so he needs to try and reel him back in to get with that DRS so he doesn't fall away too much at the moment. But he's got Angelo and Raphael right behind him. And as you can see there, Justin and Marios deciding to go early and make those pit stops. So I reckon we're going to see Fazilo get past Mispala here, but he's done a phenomenal job on those 13-lap mediums, I've got to say.
Indeed he has. He's mastered half the way of the race, and for another half to go. And now Fazio, they might have to get past him now. This is all important for the pit stops. Yes, they've got different tyres, but that doesn't matter. He's going to try and make the move. He goes on the outside and into the lead once again, and that is probably the most crucial move of the race so far. And what's going to happen here? It looks like Imsapala's bailed into the pits. And to the pits he goes. Oh, he gets a penalty! What is going on?
You could see the way he was coming up to the pit lane there. That was way too quick. Way too quick. And 5 seconds there. One for Mispala and one for Marios. Now, this could be stars in their eyes, as you were saying earlier, for Silo, because he is in the lead. But he is really going to have to get a move on now. He's got Angelo behind him with 2.4 second gap. So he's got a very good gap behind him. And the Astons still have not pitted, but they are working together at the moment with the DRS. Mispala, though, with that 5 seconds, and Marios now, this is going to be very interesting. Is Fasilo going to be able to continue out in front, or has he gone too far? As you could see, the Astons having the switcheroo there, and Hazara and Justin could be in, they could be on the podium or even winning this race at the moment now.
And Marios has come out ahead of Imsapala. The battling between Fazio and Imsapala went on too long, and now Marios is in the lead, and because Imsapala also has a penalty, this is really good news for Marios. He might not be getting the edge over Hazara. This is where it gets really important now, as the Aston Martin drivers are having a battle of themselves. One goes in the pits, as they should. You don't want to do a double stack. I do believe that was a strategic move from Angelo, letting Raphael through and then letting him get into the pits so he can get a bit of edge. As Fazio's still leading the race, still having to yet pit in this race. Raphael, who was on the hards, is about to jump onto a set of mediums.
Do you believe that Fazilo is going for the soft strategy? Do you believe
I think so, and that would be insane. Yeah. It will throw a real spanner in the works if he does. He will come out behind the leaders, but you never know what can happen. We have seen them go up the order before in some spectacular fashion, as Raphael makes his way out, and he is going to come out in front of Slash and behind Yasosaki outside the top 10. And he'll be making his way up the order now. 21 seconds the gap between Angelo and Marios. 26 seconds, 25 and a half seconds, between Marios and Fazio.
Yeah, that's going to be the question, isn't it? Does he keep continuing to go? Does he go for the softs? Because Justin is just going to stay behind and literally just stay behind these guys, and he's done really well throughout the whole race. He's been basically staying behind the Astons, but he is behind Mispala 5.5 tenths. He'll just get with the DRS and just keep continuing how he goes, and then he'll get a podium as it stands. But the question will be Fazio decides to call it and doesn't go for a soft strategy. Well, we're not sure yet. He's 17,
it might be
26.
Is it?
I'm just looking now. You got Mispala now coming in the last couple of corners, and he's gone. He's gone for it. Is that too early? Oh, I just don't know. I think it might be. I don't know.
Well, Angelo's also on the same strategy, Golf King, as Sapala sets the fastest lap of the race. But remember, he has that penalty. Wait, he's got ahead of Marios. Wait, what did he get ahead of Marios? I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, on the pit stop.
Wait, what? But I thought Marios came out a second ahead.
No, Marios went in. Marios was the first car to go, and then Mispala went the next lap, so he got him on the undercut.
No, Marios was definitely ahead of Imsapala. He was definitely ahead. And now he's being passed by Imsapala now. That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't remember it happening. But there we go. Fazio and Angelo on the alternate strategy. Is it going to pay off? First up, we'll have to be catching the 1.9 second deficit between him and Kihilu, currently in 6th place, who's done pretty well to run his way up the order. That strategy seems to be paying off, but they will be aging faster than all the other drivers because, of course, he pitted much earlier despite being on the same compound. Now, Myers is going to close up again on him, Sapala. It's going to be a long while since you'll see a battle, but we got one here. It looks like Zara behind Larpa. Larpa in 4th place. He did start down in 8th place. Zara started in 3rd, and it's just not been going well. He needs to make a massive recovery effort right now. And if there's anyone want to do it, it is at this race, and probably this race alone, because if he doesn't get this, as you already know, I've probably said it many times like a broken record, it will all be crashing down, and there'll be someone lifting that lovely PSGL trophy at the end of this race.
Yeah, no, you're right. And the question is going to be on Fusillo. He is 5 seconds, just under 5 seconds from the leader at the moment. So, but the question is he going to be able to get through all this traffic? He has got an extreme amount of traffic in front of him. He's got Sino, he's got Larpa, and he's got Hazara. Yes, he is on the softs, and so is the other Aston Martin as well. But is he going to be able to get through this traffic? As we've seen how quick these guys are at the front three at the moment. If anyone is going to win this race, it is going to be Justin. He is just staying behind. 18 laps out of 26. It's coming down to the closing stages now. But Fusillo is right behind Sihulu. He does have that penalty. That's it. Sihulu?
Whatever. The guy in the Mercedes.
IRT! There you go. It's a lot easier.
That's his team name. We don't say that.
Okay. IRT Sihulu.
Chihulu. Let me handle it. It's cool. I should mention Larper and Hazara. We didn't get to that. They have swapped positions when they swap positions again. So Hazara's back to 5th. This is not looking good for Hazara. He needs to make these moves, but it's not working out. Fazil has caught up to Kahilu, but is it a little too late? He's about to make this move now. I'm sure he's going to make the move, and he is. And looks like a battle between Hazara and Larpa also brewing as well, but no moves being made there. Fazio now going to chase down Hazara, and this is going to be pretty much the dagger in... Actually, no, it won't be the dagger. I forgot the penalties the top two have got. So at this rate, Justin's going to get his first win of the season, and he needs it too. And Mstapala's podium streak of 4 is in jeopardy here, extreme jeopardy. Considering that 5-second penalty, he's got to hope that Justin goes off the track too many times.
Yep, and Hazara does make the move on Larpa going into P4. And as you can see there, Fusillo behind as well, trying to get the good slipstream off the back of that Ferrari. It looks like he's going to go on the left-hand side, going down. Does he make for the move? Yes, he does.
Great move.
And there you go, he's up into P5. He's going to put the pressure on Fusillo, but the problem is his ERS is very, very low. And he's running out of laps to do it. He's got 6 or 7 laps to get in front. And it's a 2-second gap between Hazara and Justin. So he is really going to have to get a move on them. Softs are really fast tyres at the moment, but the mediums just do as better. But he is on 3-lap fresher tyres than the rest, and he's now going to get on the back of Hazara. Does he get the job done? Does he? Yes, he does. And there you go. He's up into P4, so he's making the moves as quick as he can, but now he's got a 2-second gap to Justin to make in 7 laps.
I fear to say, but I think Hazara may have realised this game is up. Brazil was just too quick for him that time. Now, 4th place, he must build a 2-second gap on Justin, who is in 3rd place and hoping for his first win. And this will be for the net race lead if we're considering the penalties. So this is a big, big ask for Fazil, but I'm sure he can catch up to him. But how long will those softs handle the pressure? Silverstone is known for being a track that causes chaos to your tyres, as we have seen in 2013. 2019, and there's a spinner. I should mention that is Sasaki, who's had a spin. I think that was Rikihilu, as he has fallen behind what looks like Raphael, and he nearly hits Raphael in the back there. That would have been a horrendous case of retaliation. But as I was going to mention, 2013, 2017, and 2020, years which have caused havoc to tyres in Formula One, especially the final lap of the race in 2020. Lewis Hamilton won on three wheels pretty much, and Raphael gets a penalty. So that was another one in the book, and more stress for the stewards. But as we see, it looks like the gaps went to 1.7. Zara seems to be hanging in there, though. And he might as well. We should be on watch for any potential safety car, as looks like Yassir and Raphael are really beating it out here. Coming around to Luffield and Woodcote, they change its positions again. Saki's very desperate to keep hold of that position. He needs to be going for 10th, though. The 11th doesn't pay anything. And what is going on here? They're like glued to each other. They were. Oh dear, that's not a good look. They were just jumping around. And you go side by side into the corner, and Raphael back into 11th as the leaders come around to start the 5th to last lap here at Silverstone.
Yeah, and you can see here, Justin, 7.5 tenths, staying behind at the moment, but I think his winning of this race is going to come under extreme pressure as Facilo is 1.3 seconds behind, now 1.2, and is closing in. He has burnt a lot of his ERS at the moment. He's down to 6%. Justin is up to 30, so that ERS could be the problem, but it is going to be a battle between these two, and it is definitely coming. It's 5 lap on the softs against those 8 lap on the mediums. As you can see here, Marios and Maspala still going as they normally do, but they do both have 5 seconds. That is going to hurt them. They are going to be, well, they're not going to be very happy at all with those 5 seconds, and that's going to hurt them in this race, and they're definitely going to understand that. But Facilo is the one who is gaining on Justin, but not as quick as he is now.
Sorry, Golf King. I was not even looking at that. I'm looking at the battle for 8th right here. It's Angelo, Slash, and Spicer. It's getting really... Oh, dear! How did they survive that? They collided, and somehow they stayed together. There must be some jumpiness here in the lobby where... looks like Slash and Spicer collided, but no, they haven't. Instead, they have stayed on course and still battling for 8th position, which is currently held by Angelo. Meanwhile, Justin really needs to close up. It's really important he gets past these drivers to create a buffer between himself and Fazio, who looks like he is now struggling to get any gains through these final few laps. 4 laps to go, and this is what I was saying about the soft tyre. They do degrade pretty quick at this track, and now his chances of going into the lead are in real doubt now. Here comes Hazara as well. He's still there. He's been there. He's been watching this whole thing unfold. Well, it looks like... What?
He's not going to do it. Facino's not going to do it. You can see he's 1.2, 1.3. If Justin starts to battle with Marios, then he can close it in. He's gone for the wonder strategy, and obviously 3 laps to go. The medium's on the 9. They're probably just in the prime condition now to start warming up and making moves. He's on 6 laps. And 1.3, no ERS. He is out. He's 1.2. This is going to be close. This is going to be very, very close because he is literally under a second out of the DRS. And if he gets in the DRS, then Justin could be in trouble. But Justin he could even make the move on Marios and get in front. They know, Marios and Maspala know that they have not won this race because Justin is right behind with no penalties. But anything can happen with 3 laps remaining. This is going to go to the wire as Facilo is now coming in to the DRS. Very, very close. He's just out of it at the moment, and he goes in, then he goes out of it. So he's really got to be careful, and he's got to try and gain some ERS back. But I don't know. This is going to go down to the wire here, Logan.
At this rate, Marios will finish in 6th position. And with Hazara in 3rd position, we will still have a title fight on our hands, albeit barely. This is very important now that Marios gets past Msepala. If he doesn't, then he may have to wait until next week to claim what he believes is his. They don't want the fastest lap. So, 4 tenths is the gap between Justin and Marius. Frazio is still unable to get within a second of Justin. This is really important now. Justin makes the move here. Justin, he's got his fellow NLR teammate up ahead in the lead. Hazara can't get past Frazio, and he has to get past Frazio if he wants any chance of winning this championship. Whatever bleak signs there is still hope. There is still light at the end of Hazara's tunnel. 2 laps to go. Can he somehow stay in this title race? Remember, 16 for first, 12 for second, 10 for third, 8 for fourth, 6 to 1 for 5th down to 10th respectively on a sliding scale. 21 points to gap between Marius and Hazara with 1 round to go, including this round as well. So, Justin now really starting to close up to Marius, and this is only helping him, Sapala, because now he's going to have a chance to run away and hope that if Marius falls down the order, he'll still be in the championship. Hazara needs to find some way ahead of Frazil, but it isn't looking like it's helping. Now, Justin's really close to Marius. Now, is he going to play spoiler in this championship race? Marius has only failed to finish in the race once. Finishing the points once, rather. He's finished every race this season. Now, he and Justin are going to go side by side, it looks like. They're going to go side by side and into the corner. And he nearly gets ahead of him, Sapala. He doesn't need to get ahead of him, Sapala. And now Marius. Is he going to come up with first spots? He's not. He's staying behind. He knows he can't win this race.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it in the tank. He has
Final
not
lap.
enough ERS. He has not enough ERS there, Logan. As you can see, and now Justin has 30% ERS. So here, the way he has managed his ERS has been absolutely astonishing. Marius has only got 10%, but you can see Justin making a little bit of a snap. He's got 1 more shot to probably try and get in front, but it's not going to do anything because he does have that 5-second penalty. But then Facino is right behind. Then Cesara's behind. He could even fall down to even P7 or no, it'll be P6, won't it, at the moment? But Fazilo just has not been able to do the wow strategy and get the job done. Unfortunately, the sauce have just gone off. He's got there in the end, but that's due to a little bit of battling out in front. And Justin could even, I think he could even overtake Maspala and take the win here completely.
He might as well.
Because he's 24%. He has managed his ERS absolutely amazing there. And Maspala's fuel light is flashing, so that's even more drama. But here we go. Justin looks like he's going to go for the job and go for the full sweep. Does he get the job done? Yes, he does. And he's going to win this race. He is going to win this race.
He's going to win this race regardless of the penalties. Even if he got a 5-second penalty in front of him, he'd still be in front of him. Justin is going to win at the final corner ahead of him, Sapala, ahead of Marius, who both got 5-second penalties. Where's Hazara in all of this? He's in third. And he has a 5-point swing. We still have a championship on our hands.
Oh, lovely. That's what you gotta love. That's what you're gonna love, you know. Drama.
It's 16 points, but it's a gap he will probably need to overcome. They both have 2 wins, so if Hazara were to get a clean sweep, whether fastest lap or not, he would win the championship on countback. So it's going to go to Bahrain, even though it looks very, very bleak. 16 points the gap, provisionally. Frazio gets second. Third is Hazara. Fourth is Larpa. Fifth, Sapala. Sixth is Marius, where he did not want to be. Yasser Staki's very unhappy with Twist. But Sapala's going to be wondering, what if I didn't have that penalty? Could I have still been in this championship?
Yeah, they'll be kicking themselves for that, Marios and Mispala, with that obviously pit lane penalty there. Are very easy to do. Obviously, Silverstone's got such a long pit stop, and yeah, it'll be one for the learning books. And yeah, who ever thought that a pit stop penalty would be the loss of a race?
Well, it has been a lot of times before, but there you go. If you don't follow the rules, then you will be punished. And it has been the downfall of two drivers here tonight, both Ensapala and Marios losing 4 positions each as consequence. A lot of other penalties being awarded too. Zara scores 10. Mario scores 5. Yep, the scores are now 86, 70, 61, and Justin's actually went into third place with 64, but unfortunately he can no longer win the championship. He's 22 points behind. It's too much of a gap. So it is Mario's on 86 and Azara on 70, and they will go to Bahrain, provisionally, fighting for the championship, although it does look quite bleak. We have seen crazier comebacks before.
Yeah, no, I've got to admit though, in that race, Justin, fantastic drive by him to get that win as well. He was battling with the Aston Martins of Angelo and Raphael for most of the race, but then didn't get any penalties and clean race and takes the win. So massive congratulations, my driver of the day, without a doubt. But yeah, Hazara and Marios fight again to the end, and now in Bahrain. But does he have the pace? Does he have the pace to take the win of the championship? Maspada is look like he's going to be the spanner in the works there. He's looking very fast, and as you've seen, as you stated as well, he's won quite a few podiums on the bounce. So he could be the one that causes the problems between Marios and Hazara, which I'm sure will be great to see in Bahrain, Logan.
Yeah, it does look quite ominous though. With that gap, you know Marios is an immense qualifier. He has had 2 pole positions. He has had 2 fastest laps over the course of the season. Hazara has not been able to score a pole position. Well, not to my knowledge, but he has had only a fastest lap, which was not awarded due to of course, they're not being in the points. So basically, the format is this: assuming there are no penalties for both Marios that affect Marios and Azara's position, there's a 16-point gap between both drivers. Marios needs to score at least 9th place in the race to win the title. Hazara needs to win the race, regardless of the fastest lap, and Marios to finish outside the points. However, if Marios finishes in 10th, Hazara has to get the fastest lap to win on countback, as he will have 3 wins to Marios' 2, considering he does win the race, and on the specified criteria. It does look like a long shot, but believe me, in PSGL, anything is possible.
Yep. Anything is possible
Impossible.
at all, but it does swing. Yeah, anything is possible.
Brilliant.
But it all does swing. It all does swing in Marios' favour at the moment. But like we know, Formula One is very unpredictable. Anything can happen. Turn 1 shenanigans in Bahrain is not fun. And as we know, we've seen the pace of Maspada tonight, and also Justin as well. So. And will Renz be back as well? That's another one.
That would be a spanner in the works if he showed up.
Yeah, there you go. We know the pace on him. So yeah, a lot can happen, but absolutely amazing race in Silverstone tonight. And yeah, congratulations to everyone. That was some serious battling, especially the battle between Fasilo, Marios, and Maspala. Coming into Stowe, I don't know how he managed to do that, Maspala. That is, clip it and send it in, because that was amazing.
Yes, indeed. It was a brilliant race to start as well. Zapala, that move, freeway move, that was amazing. That was just amazing. But unfortunately, that's the end of his title hopes. So far is Justin. They both managed to finish, help each other to a win for the team. Unfortunately, though, it's ended both their title hopes. It's ended Sapala's streak of podiums. It is 4 podiums in 5 races for both of the NLR gentlemen. Last 5 races from Italy to Britain for Sapala. First, second, third, second, fifth. And for Justin, second, third, second, fourth, win. First, whatever. So that is quite the track record for both NLR gentlemen. They now have the same amount of podiums as the top 2. They both have 4 podiums, both Marius and Hazara. Actually, no, sorry. No, Hazara actually has more podiums, I should mention. He has 5. I stand corrected. So, quite the record for everyone in the top 4. They've been the standout competitors. All but one of those drivers have competed in every race, has Justin missing Austria. And I missed it that week too. It was my birthday that week. I turned 25. Anyway, I think we should stop the waffling and just say next week is the finale. You don't want to miss it. Yes, it looks bleak for Hazara, but anything, as we said, is possible in this sport. You better be there, 8 o'clock, Monday night, 29th of January, 2024. Final send-off for Season 35 on PlayStation. It is Marios that leads the way on 86 points. Hazara on 70 tonight. Belonged to Justin. He got his first win of the season, and he took it in grand style as well. He did it on the track. We'll see you then. Hopefully, you have enjoyed the stream. Thank you for being here, Golf King. You've been fantastic.
Cheers, anytime. No, looking forward to it, and yeah, it's going to be a great race for the finale as well. And congratulations to everyone and to the sponsors, Sim Racing Centre and GT Omega as well. So
yeah, make
thanks
sure
for having me as well, as always.
No problem. Make sure you use those codes. 10% off at Sim Racing Central for that PSGL code, and GT Omega 5% off with the code. Check them out, and we will see you for the finale next week. Without further ado, I say good night